So okay, Yaakov, thank you. I don't know how you remember. Okay. הדבר החמישי שלב לחשב הוא גדולוסי וגבורוסי עצומה של בריס ברח המשקה והחיצוניוסי והפנימיוסי. Could be we did part of this. Okay. Hashem's greatness. Hashem's greatness, gvurosei ha'atzuma. It's ain't safe, really. So there's no end to it. But that he's mashkif, he looks at us, both on our outside and also on the inside. Vitar latzman musag dalazai deshis boinin b'madrigas hagdolos v'neroids. Of says he says, and I guess to make this real to you, you should be mispoining in tremendous madrigas because of Gedolis v'Neirois. The Chazal told us about many of the Hasidim in the earlier Neirois. Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, Rav Yechon and Rav Sheshes, Nosam Re'inav and Astu Galshot. So on such a high level that they were able to just look at someone and negate his metzias, you know. Came a Galshot Samar, so much Sibra Yonesim Ben Uziel, Kshaydorish Vatar, Kolefa Preach Kabam Nisraf. Tremendous madrigas. The birds would fly over his head when he was darshaning and they would burn up because Shayel and Musa Gamadrigosam and when you start having some type of musag on the madrigas of the Tanoim and the Amorim, Yashav la'atzmai, Hari bli safek, Kaisa madrigas anavim b'tayim madrigasam, whatever you can conceptualize about the Tanoim and Amorim, you got to step higher, the Nevi'im, and yet, as great. Then when the Nevi'im, who are such a high level, when they met Malachim, they it melted their koyach, like and they bowed down, submitted themselves to them. So that tremendous madrega that the malachim are, that even the Nevi'im, who are so great, you know, realized how great the malachim are. The malachim would be koreim nishtach ve'etakodesh baruch which is the malachim l'chol mishtach habib. V'nemar hein b'avodav le'yamin u'b'malachav yosim tihola. V'nemar u'v'hecholei kulo yomer kavim. V'nemar v'korazel zema ma'kodesh kodesh kodesh Hashem tzavakos malay kol aretz k'moydei. So, just a way of getting a little, I guess, to be able for your imagination to have some tfisa. Obviously, we can't have a tfisa in the greatness of Hashem, but when we realize all these madrigas, and they're nothing, and they're mispatel to Kodesh Baruch, then that should bring tremendous humbleness. And Kodesh Baruch Hu sees through us, X-ray vision, sees what's in the inside, sees what's in the outside, right? How could a person not be humbled in that situation? Says, but the truth is that someone who's wise and has seichel, he doesn't need to use this method of being metayr, the greatness of Hashem. Sufficient for him when he understands the greatness of Hashem. When you look at the Gruim, Gren Hashemesh, the sun, Ayareach, Hakechovin. Like we learned in Sha'ar Bechina, you have to just study the words in that Rav Avigdor Miller on another 2 weeks ago, right? What's the pasuk say? Like, look at yourself and you see HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You see the greatness of Hashem. It's beyond our imagination. That such a Mitzias could be created, right? The eyes, the nose, the whole way the body works, and the whole world, and the animals, the whole thing. Magolu Masecha Hashem, Commissioner David says, Magolu Masecha Hashem, Mo'oidam Kumachshavei Secha. Ish Balo Yedach Sula Yaminazais. But if you're a Nova in a Bardas, sounds like you would understand from Masecha Hashem. You get a taste, Kavioch, of the greatness of Hashem. The Nema called Gain Ka'ain Negdad. The Nema called Diori Arakula Chashiva. Kilo Chashiva, like nothing. Because of Alasecha, Nova Yasel asked me Chishov, Pikama Rabbi Mimenu, and Bnei Adam Shabachol Oilam. But he'll make a cheshbon. This must be where we were up to, because I don't remember this. Because of Alasecha, Nova Yasel asked me Chishov. You make a cheshbon, Pikama Rabbi Mimenu, and Bnei Adam Shabachol Oilam. How many people are there in the world? Pikama Godahu Kadura Oretz Mamokam Mamok. As Adam. And how much greater is the universe than the area that all these, let's say, brilliant people are at, right? How greater is the universe than our world? How much greater is the Galgal HaYoreach? Okay, and the bottom he says it means our galaxy, called Tisha Galgalim and Makifir Moisai. Upikama Godula Galgal Ha'elyon. Galgal Yerech. He's pointing to call the Gabikus Habaris for a kind of and then realize, and all of this is like nothing in relation to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Then you'll humble yourself in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When I see your heavens that you created with your fingers, I realize, so what, we're nothing. Shouldn't even notice us. So that's another thing that brings us to humility, to hachmah. Now, I know this. I think we saw that somewhere at the beginning. He said that the last three is Mitzad HaKodesh Baruch. Like understanding, right, on any level how great HaKodesh Baruch Hu is, humbles you. Davar Shishi Shalav Lizkarhu Ha'inish HaChomesh Hashem Neis in the Bali HaKaiva Gvoya Alev. Person appreciates the tremendous punishment, the serious chomer Hashem gives to those who are arrogant. And Hashem's tremendous hashgacha are those that are humble. That are mentioned in Sifrei Nevi'im. It says in Yeshayahu, Ene Gafos Odom Shofel V'Shach Rum Anoshim Niska Hashem Lavade B'Yoyim Ahu. What does this mean? It's on the bottom. Ene Gavois Odom Shofel Goiva Ha'inaim Shal Odom Yishofel. The arrogancy of the person will be lowered. V'Shach Royim Anoshim V'Gairos Anoshim Tinomek. Another expression. But Niskav Hashem Levadi B'Yom Ha'u K'Shisra Hashem B'Yom Hadin HaGodol. When Hashem will reveal Himself in that Yom Hadin HaGodol, that meat of Gaiva and Gedula is only proper, is only fitting for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ki Yom Hashem Tzavakis Ki Osa Hashem L'Havi Yom L'Kol Kava V'Rom V'Kol Nosa V'Oz V'Shofa Yishofa Kol Geya V'Rum Nisa. Yeah, that's based on Rashi. Ma'ashenem Ha'Shneim Mo'edin Anovim Hashem on one hand and Masper Shayim Adei Oretz. We say that in Zimra. On one hand, Hashem encourages Mo'edin Anovim. On the other hand, He's Mashpil the Rishayim. V'Nemar Ki Rom Hashem V'Shofel Yireh V'Govayim Imercha Yeda. Hashem is Ram. He sees the Shofel, the Shofel Yireh, the Gavoya, and the one who's arrogant, Mimerchak Yada, Mashamayim Rechoikim, Yaser Yash, Yitargum Yemis. Nemaf Neishever Yigva Lev, Ishvel Feikovoid Anova. So that's the sixth one. The sixth one is the understanding the severity of being arrogant. and the tremendous mila of being humble and what's waiting for you. Vashvi kishiyira tapuchais sha'olav l'spoinim boy who ketzad ma'modem sh'mayodem mishabet boilam. Person sees how nothing is static in this world. A person's status changes. Kama meher mischalfos by hamamloches v'msholis, and kings and mamloches change. Ve'echa nashim even by mimatzav l'matzav. Now a person goes from one situation to a different situation. Here he's rich, now he's poor. Here he has a lot of money. Here he has good health. Here he doesn't have good health. The kids in the chedes uma shlema v'shgal ta'ela shalom ha'cheres. And how one nation is wiped out. See what's going on? Russia's trying to do that to the Ukraine for the benefit of another nation. And at the end, everyone does. Person gives thought, delves into these things. He's going to humble himself. And he won't be arrogant with whatever he has, because when he gives thought to the fact how fragile what he has is, how fragile. In a minute, the world could turn over. So if someone gives thought to that, certainly bring him to be humble. And he won't rely on anything he has. He places Hashem as his trust. Like Hovim's Bali Gaiva, Vasote Chozov, he doesn't put his trust in those others. When a person doesn't stop thinking of these 7 things, he'll always be humble until it becomes second nature. When a person does cling to humility, it's going to push away all the expressions of arrogancy. And that's going to save him, protect him from affairs. In order you should have Hashem's fear, so that, he says over here, that means busha, in order that you won't sin. These are things we mentioned in the 7. Was also so where do you have gaiva lana toilech, and what's your end? It's going to be malkum offer rima v'toileya. Okay, that's Perek Hamishi, Perek Shishi. Okay, so we just learned how I become a Baal Gaiva, a Baal Achno. How do I bring that to become? And now, where does it apply? There are 10 places. Hanoga Rishoni Shieda Solakim Vesmidoisa Vatovis. Let's say Swanish Hashem Nosan Lord. Rohen Hu Oila Shabne Chaim. Person should know Noah Kadosh Baruch Hu and his good midas, what he does, and the benefits that Hashem gave a person beyond what an animal has. Person comes to appreciate the greatness of Hashem as Kurosai Haramema. His tremendous wisdom. He'll humble himself. And he'll learn his obligation to do that. Right? In other words, one of the things is that he should be machdi himself to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that's what Shlomo Melech said, Al tishadel l'fnei melech. Don't show off in front of a king. So when you come to appreciate HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you humble yourself, and that's one of the places where Hachna belongs. Make yourself a kal v'chomer. Mine l'fnei melech basav adam. Allah adam nisnag b'hachna. When you come in front of a king, said Shlomo Melech, you should act with humbleness and can't coach against all of the snag b'hachna l'fnei melech ma'acham l'ochem b'adinei adoinim. Then certainly you should act with Achna in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that he's so great, that there's nothing in the world that you could compare him to. Okay, so which the Chura, that's always, because we're always in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu is everywhere, I'm always in front of him. So we're obligated to act with hachna at all times in anything we have to do with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hanoga shniya hi she'edas hafkidim shater v'asecha matim al odom. You should know the obligations that the Torah and the Secha put upon you. V'sheyikra b'sefer Torah solikim. You should learn Torah. V'sheyoven heitev sachachma hamuchenes. And understand that wisdom, the illumine that's a little confusing because we had that before. He's saying by learning Torah, you'll learn it in order to learn how do you come to Achna and where you should use it, but this is supposed to be something it's already like with a step later. All right, I guess a Baal Hachna should learn Torah. That's the Hanhogus that he should be doing. Is I guess someone who's humble wants to learn and know what he's supposed to do. Someone who's arrogant doesn't. So the hachna is mechayiv that you learn Torah, and from there you learn how to way to apply the hachna. Okay, not so clear. Hanhoga shlishis ishis aza ba'orach ruach. Should have patience. V'yispol dvarim u'maisim hasnuim alav, and have patience for things that are distasteful to you, that you hate, things that push your buttons. But if you're humble, you find patience. That's a shame shamayim. With the avas haboris, you should do it with intention. The shame shamayim. If I paid back those who did bad to me, not only didn't I pay them back with bad, but I also saved them. And then I did good to them. Don't say like he did to me, I'm going to do to him. Someone who's humble is not, he acts with compassion, with patience. And even when someone hurts him, he goes that extra mile. And the love you pay no ilzi. The madriga of those who are nela, they're embarrassed and they don't embarrass back. Shame they hear their people are being chayuf them, they don't respond. They serve Hashem out of Hava and they rejoice with the suffering. Hashem is big guru, so Chazal, Mavir al Midosav. Yeah, Mavir al Midosav. All right, let's stop here. It's a little early, but let's stop here. So this is the third thing.